Hey boos, in this video, I give commentary based on my opinion. Nothing is to be taken as factual. We are just here to have conversation. We don't expose and we don't sip tea on this channel. I'm giving you real talk straight, no chaser. Let's see if you can handle it.
Cause I'm a boss. I haven't done anything for you to be proud of.
Of course you have. You are marrying a man who can support you.
So I am back. I feel so much better, y'all. It's so crazy how yesterday was a little rough for me. Like I was sneezing and just hackling away, and now I feel so much better. So yesterday I took some Benadryl. Then thank you to the woman that commented under my last video. She told me that I needed to take Zyrtex daily. Thank you for that. And it's so crazy because doctors, pharmacists have never given me that advice. And I really think that's going to make a big difference. So she told me to take Zyrtex like a vitamin just once a day. And I'm like, okay. So hopefully this summer we won't have any more issues like that interrupting the content. So today I've been seeing, I kind of been sitting back. I've been a little busy. I've been outside a little more. And I've been sitting back just seeing the discourse with Tracee. And I've been seeing the discourse with Shannon. And I'm just like, wow, the Black community loves to be a contradiction as a whole. It doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman. Like as a whole, we're a huge contradiction. First and foremost, I want to make this known before I even get into this topic. There's a major issue with young Black boys and Black girls being groomed from a very young age. That is a fact. I am not here to dismiss that. I'm not even here to make it seem like that's not a big deal. That's a major problem in the Black community. And I've dated several Black guys in my life, and I can honestly say that a lot of them lost their virginities very young, some as young as 11 years old, by an older Black woman in the community. So I'm not here to dismiss women in the Black community being predatory. That is a real thing. That is a real thing. It's so eye-opening too, because it starts very young too. And when I say it starts very young, just around the time that they become curious, I'll say. And then there's an older Black woman. He's unsupervised because he's a boy, right? And so things happen. And then it leads to grown men being hypersexual. You see so much talk from Black men about how they don't want to be with one woman. They don't want to settle down. They're very hypersexual. But when you really think about it, from a very young age, a lot of them lost their virginities very young. And they lost it to someone that was being hypersexual with them. So then like the cycle continues. So I'm not here to dismiss that side of the issue within the Black community. That is actually very common. It's more common than you would think, because one thing about that Black male group, right, is, well, within the community, is they tend to praise that type of activity though. Like, can we talk about that too? And this is why, like, not only is the Black community a contradiction, but so are the collective of Black men. They will turn around and praise this same behavior when it's a prime example was 2 Chainz and his son. And he was doing a podcast episode, and his son said that, oh, I just want some strippers. And his dad just laughs. Just laughs. But it's interesting how that's not predatory, right? But Tracee is predatory. But let's get into Tracee real quick, right? My issue when it comes to age gap relationships, I need to know what is the actual age range. I'm not against age gap relationships. I'm against a certain age range that I feel puts one of the individuals, which tends to be the younger individual, at a disadvantage mentally. So when it comes to Tracee, I want to know, what age is she talking about? Is she talking, because she's 52. Is she talking about 40? Is she talking about 30? Is she talking about 25 and up? Because if it's 25 and below, I'm going to be against that. I'm going to be against it. I just don't like really large age gaps. I'm not against, because I feel like it's healthier, honestly, in my opinion, especially when it's a woman dating an older man. It just needs to make sense to me. Like, I need to know, like, what does that actually look like? And the reason is because a 20-something-year-old man being with a 20-something-year-old woman, it's like the woman is going to struggle with that man no matter what, because he's young and he's not going to have the financial stability that he could potentially have when he's 30 or 40 years old. And so I don't see anything wrong with men wanting to date younger. To me, it just makes more sense for both parties involved. Men tend to be more mature, tend to be. Take that very lightly. But they tend to be just more responsible, more reliable, more in the mindset of wanting to settle down, wanting to be responsible of taking care of a family, you know, things like that. Sorry, y'all, Gotham City is in the back. So I don't see anything wrong with that, because I'm gonna tell the 20-something-year-old girls now, you dating men in your age range, you want to struggle with them like that, and you want to be there to struggle with them through them trying to develop stability, like, because they don't have it yet. And it's not really their fault. It's just they don't have it yet. They just don't have it, and they won't have it soon. So either you're going to struggle with them as they get it, or you need to date up so you can avoid that. And that's why I have the mindset that I have when it comes to age gap relationships. I'm just not here for the super wide, Shannon Sharp age gap relationships. I mean, the woman isn't even over the age of 25. Like, I could even understand if she was 25 and up. But it's like she's under 25. So let's get into it. That's why I want to know, who is really the clown? Is it Shannon Sharp or is it Tracee Ellis Ross? And we've never seen Tracee publicly with anyone. And I always wondered why that was. We've just never seen her with anybody. And then I also wanted to point out too, we've never had a scandal from her either. This woman has an empire to protect. She works in Hollywood. Most Hollywood marriages don't even last. Nobody wants to talk about that. Everyone wants to, well, the men, they want to focus on her age. They want to focus on the fact that she's single. But then when you look at Shannon, he's literally about to lose his empire. So who's really the clown? Is it Shannon or is it Tracee? Because we haven't never gotten anything from Tracee. She literally gives us nothing. So the only thing we can go off of, well, they can go off of, is her age and the fact that she's single. That's it. And this is what this is another thing too. They're blowing up what she said out of proportion because they want to have an aha moment when it comes to us as women. This is not a competition. It never was. It never gave that. But they want to have an aha double standard moment. That's what they want. They want this to be like another Drea Michelle. And listen, Drea Michelle and what she's doing, I don't agree with that. I think it's weird as hell. I think it's very weird. Aisha too. Like, what she's doing is weird, but then what he's doing is weird. Two clowns to me when it comes to that situation. Just two clowns. I think his name was Edward something. He's a clown to me. But it's just like, in my opinion, let's just get into what Tracee said. Let me pull it up here for a sec. Shannon's accuser is 19, 20 years old. When they had their relations, he was dealing with her at 20. So, starting at 20. Starting at 19. She's 20 now. Anthony Edwards, that's his name. Yeah, Aisha, they're just both clowns to me. I really don't know who's worse, her or him. Okay, so let me pull this up. Oh, wait, did I put it in here? Oh, here it is.
Because, I mean, we've talked about this, that often I date younger men. Mm-hmm. And a lot of it is because...
Let's stop on that, folks.
Oh my God, we had a
Several
great dinner.
snaps on that
we
one.
had a great dinner, by the way, where across the table, your husband goes, but why? And I said, well, maybe because I can.
Yes, hurry. This is what I'm saying. Tales from Tracee's.
It's fun. It's very fun to share.
Tracee tales.
But
I'm sorry.
But one of the reasons, though, that because I had to ask myself that question, I was like, what is this about?
Yeah.
Because I want a partner, and so often, and it's not just that I'm older, I'm also very embodied. I am a full, very whole person who knows myself, who is in charge of my life, and who lives a very full, just robust life. So it's not just age, it's like life experience and sort of a difference. But I had to ask myself the question, why? Why does this keep sort of coming up other than they're hot and gorgeous? There's that.
Y'all, do we know what age she's referring to? That's what I want to know. That's just what I want to know. I didn't really have an issue with Trick Daddy's age range. I didn't. I just felt like his body and his face just was not going to be enough, like, honestly. And I felt like he needed to increase his age range. I didn't have an issue because I think he said, 28, 37? And I'm just like, sir, you're not attractive enough. And I don't think he has that much money. So I felt like he needed to increase his age range because of that. I didn't feel like he needed to increase his age range because he's dating younger. I said it's his body and his face is just not going to carry him. It's just not. That's why he's having that issue. He needs to increase his age range. So a lot of the men, and this is the thing, it's like it's a bad comparison, and the reason is because a lot of the men in the industry are predatory because they have money and they can get away with things. Things can be swept under the rug. But see, I knew this was going to happen to Shannon when he had what is his name? When he had Cat Williams on his platform. I knew they was going to shut his shit down. And this is what is so interesting to me. It's like black men will see the play every single time. Black men will literally see the play every single time. You'll see a brother fall, another brother fall, another brother fall, and another brother fall. And then you will still be stupid enough to have skeletons in your closet and carry yourself as a black man and think you're untouchable. You're out of touch. And it's because you were sitting at round tables and you thought you were one of them. That was stupid. You thought because they was doing business with you, they was giving you certain opportunities. And then they were also giving you access to their drugs, their money. You thought you were one of them. But once you put out that Kevin Williams interview, Shannon, you should have been moving smarter than ever before. But I'm coming to the realization, Shannon Sharpe is not that smart. Like, he's a clown. Like, he's a fool. Like, he's a fool to me. He's just not smart. I don't know what it is. Like, he's just, and I'm like, how did he become so successful being so dumb? I need somebody to answer that for me, because Cat Williams, y'all. Did I say Kevin Williams? Cat Williams. So let's get into how dumb he really is. Like, you know it's bad. You know it's bad when I'm agreeing with
because she was of age, so even though
I'm over here agreeing with Charlemagne, like, that's when you know it's bad, y'all. Like, Charlemagne being the voice of reason in all of this is it's just so insane to me.
she was 19, that's not against the law.
This is a very, very messy situation. I don't know what's true and what's not true, but I have no idea why a 54-year-old man is dating a 19, 20-year-old. I know.
It's weird, y'all. I was against it with Drea Michelle. And listen, I don't know what to say about Tracee, because I don't know what age range she's referring to. I need somebody to answer that for me, because I'm not against age gap relationships for either side. But if it's some Drea Michelle, it's no. Like, no. So, but then you look at Shannon. And you like, sir, why were you out here dating a 19-year-old? And then she looks she looks young. Like there's nothing grown about her. And then people were on social media comparing her to a turkey. She doesn't even look grown, y'all. She looks like she's a teenager. And that's what's so weird. And we're going to get into the audios too.
I like to be out here bragging about smashing these young things, but that's not a flex to me. You 54 years old, you should be laid up with your wife and kids, taking your cholesterol medicine, minding your damn business. We need discipline and stability. That's I ain't talking about just Shannon. I'm just talking about all of us in general. Men need discipline and stability. Find you one.
That's crazy. I can't play the whole thing. Let me continue. Let me move on. Let's get into this audio.
I don't know. Anything I say, you're just gonna like get mad at, and you're just gonna hang up on me. So I feel like
I'm not gonna hang up on you. Here's what it is.
what? What does that even mean?
Nothing yet.
This sound like a child, y'all. Like I'm 33. This sound like a child. Like just you can hear her mindset through the damn phone.
You want to be to me now, so.
I don't want to be. Don't manipulate me.
Oh, Lord have mercy. If you say that one more time, I'm going to choke the shit out of you when I see you.
They done got this man on audio, y'all. How much longer do you think he has? Let me pour up some more sparkling water. How much time you think this man got? Crazy.
Thank you.
Okay. Well,
30 minutes. This is crazy. This is crazy.
well, you're coming to LA tomorrow?
Yes.
Well, I don't know why you want to go out.
Don't worry about it yet.
Well, okay.
Okay, what?
Well, I'm not really interested in getting choked, so I guess we're going.
Listen, if it's true that she's on Jada Pinkett time, then it's gonna be a hell no. Like what do people not understand? It's gonna be a hell no. But at least verify that it truly is a hell no. Y'all are out here trying to call a woman a predator and you don't even know if she's dating that young. That's weird. Now, when men get accused of doing certain things, y'all get upset, right? Y'all get really upset. But then you turn around and you do the same thing. Like, make it make sense. Find out what her age range is when it comes to her age gap preference. Like, just go, like, ask her, see what that is. And then we can have a conversation. And then if it's below what I believe to be inappropriate, which is 25, then I would definitely have an issue with that. But Gen Z is as young as 13 and is as old as 28. So she has from 28-year-olds, Gen Z, right, to up. Like, how, that's what I'm saying. Like, how young is it? I really thought about this. Like, how young is it really? And then, to be honest, when it comes to this audio, y'all, I don't know if this man is truly innocent or not. Put a 1 in the chat if you think Shannon is innocent. Put a 2 in the chat if you think he's not. Because this don't look good. And the reason it don't look good is because of how he's saying these things. And listen, does it seem like it's supposed to be sexual? I can see that. But at the same time, it's like she's 19. So how are we supposed to see that shit? This is why you don't do this shit. This is why you don't do this type of stuff. You don't do this type of stuff. Because if he would have been talking like this and this girl was 30, it would have been debatable. Like, is this sexual assault, or is this like them having like some type of kink between each other? But when you think of a 19-year-old girl, it has you look at it a lot differently, doesn't it? Why is that? Because age does matter. That's why. And so how young matters. That's why. And I don't think that he's going to be able to get out of this situation and be seen as innocent when he's up against a 19-year-old girl. And this is how he was talking to her. It's weird. So y'all don't want to address the elephant in the room, but let's really address it. It's her age. If this would have been a 30, 40-year-old woman, it would have been so debatable. But it's a 19-year-old girl. It just don't look good. So yeah, Shannon, you have about 30 minutes. And I think that's already done ran its course since yesterday.
Yeah, I might choke you in public. Big black guy chose small white woman.
Stupid.
It's not a good look, Shannon.
Not a good look that you did with the shit you did to me.
You know what's so crazy? I cannot believe he didn't just pay this lady. Who advised him not to pay this girl? That was stupid. That was really, 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 really dumb. That was because it does look predatory. It is predatory. That's just what it is. She 19. And then it's like race play is attached to it. But it seems like he's more for that than she is. And then he's like kind of probably like groomed her to be into the race play thing. So Shannon, this looks terrible. I don't see him being able to get out of this one at all. And I don't know who his lawyers were, or I don't know who advised him to not pay her, but he should have paid her the full $50 million. And you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is. And the reason is because he should have never, this is just stupid. I don't know what else to say other than it's just, you gotta be a dummy. Just dumb. Just not smart. Listen, it don't matter if this don't matter. This don't matter. She's 19.
Okay, well. Let me bring Monique in.
I'm looking right at y'all.
And before we get into what Monique had to say, y'all label women like this that keep it real. Y'all label her aggressive. Y'all label her overbearing. Y'all label her loud. Y'all label her, oh, you don't know what you're talking about. Y'all label her, oh, you so negative. Monique tried to warn this man. And you know what I think it is, to my black sisters that are out there, I think she felt it in her spirit that this was to come for him. And she was warning him about it. She could feel it. So she felt the need to voice her opinion and to warn him. So I don't feel bad for what's about to happen to this man. I feel nothing. Honestly, I feel like it's not my place. The only reason why I'm really talking about it is because of Tracee. Who's really the clown? Is it Shannon or is it Tracee? And then who's really the clown? Because again, Hollywood marriages do not last. They don't. They don't have a good percentage rate when it comes to marriages actually lasting. And Tracee is rich. So who's really the clown?
What Shannon needs. Let me tell you what my baby needs. He need him an old fat gal who can Bake good cakes. Make some smothered turkey wings. Who gonna rub his feet at the nighttime, okay? And gonna have a sip of his cognac to make him feel better about himself when he come home at night. That's what Shannon needs. You don't need no 26-year-old girl. You don't need no 36-year-old girl. This is your auntie talking to you. Take your ass and get you an old bitch out there that can love you old. You trying to hang out with these young bitches and you can't do it, Shannon. You just can't do it. When they want you to go for the 4th round, you looking at her like, bitch, listen, I need you want some money to go to Starbucks? Yeah, because I can't go no further. But if you get your older girl, when you get to that 4th round, she's gonna say, hold on. Let me go get you some eggs and cheese and some toast with apple butter, because that's gonna get your energy back up. I'm talking right to you. Shit. So he thought I was gonna be scared. Yes, I'm talking.
Y'all. Y'all, this is hilarious to me. No. Like, no, this is funny as hell. And she told him this in the funniest, most lighthearted way. But, girl, it hit heavy. Woo! Ooh. One thing I know about black women that are very in tune with the spiritual side of life, when they tell you something, it always comes back and it haunts you later. Or it may make you feel comfort later, or it may haunt you depending on how you took that advice, or if you took it at all. For Shannon, it's haunting him like real bad, real bad. But if he would have taken her advice, it would have brought him comfort. Yeah. And this is why I need black women to understand, know your value, know your worth, go where you are truly appreciated. Seriously. Because oftentimes in situations like this, as lighthearted as she was, we are the villain. We're trying to stop him from finding love and being happy. We don't want him to be happy. We want him to be an old, miserable man with an old woman. But no, she was really looking out for him, though. She was looking out for him. For real. And he didn't want to listen to her. Probably viewed Monique as his mother. I'm not listening to you. You know how it go. You know how it is. So.
I know an old gal, she'd be good to you. Her name is Ella Doran.
Oh, Monique is hilarious. Oh my God, that's funny. Okay, so I played all the audio clips. Then look at this. This is just, and then this is stupid too. Who is representing Shannon Sharpe? Does anybody know who his lawyer is? Like, what's the lawyer's name? I need to know who the lawyer is, so I know never to hire them for, like, that's just, y'all, look at this. This is crazy.
To my family, friends, supporters, and colleagues,
why would you do
I want
this?
to speak to you directly and from the heart. This is a shakedown. I'm going to be open, transparent, and defend myself because this isn't right.
Imagine you coming online on your platform and say this is a shakedown. She is a 19-year-old girl. Like, she is 19. So you telling me with your big ass, 52-year-old having self, that a 19-year-old girl is shaking you down? You fool. Like, that's how I feel, y'all. Like, you are a fool. You are a fool. Like, you are just a straight up clown, y'all. This is crazy to me.
This is all being orchestrated by Tony Busby, who has targeted Jay-Z. Tony Busby.
Oh, wait, he 56? I'm 56. It's just ridiculous to me. 56. My bad, y'all. 56. Where I keep getting 52? Oh, Tracee. I'm sorry. 56. I'm sorry.
Targets black men, and I believe he's going to release a 30-second clip of a sex tape that tries to make me look guilty and play into every stereotype you could possibly imagine. That video should actually be...
You mean the stereotypes that you were ready to play because you were into the whole race play thing? Huh? Shannon. Pack it up, sir. Go ahead and start taking that stuff down in the back. Go ahead. Shut it on down. Because you mean when you said you wanted to choke her because you're a big black man wanting to choke a small, petite white woman?
Minutes or so. Hey Tony, instead of releasing your edit, put the whole video out. I don't have it, or I would myself. You know what happened, and you're trying to manipulate the media. The encounter in question took place during the day at her invitation, and now that appears to be a deliberate setup, coordinated by Gabby, also known as Carly on OnlyFans. Gabby and Tony Busby won't.
This is the OnlyFans girl? No. Wait a minute. She an OnlyFans girl? Listen, the reason why I keep saying 19 is because when they met, they were 19 years old. Okay, I know she's 20 now, but she's an OnlyFans girl.
$50 million. What they're getting is sued for defamation and trying to take me down. My career is all about real talk and honesty. I know my family and fans know exactly what this is about. And I'm going to be out there telling you whatever I need to say, just like I always do. I love all you guys. Thanks.
I'm sorry, y'all. This is funny as hell to me. This is funny as hell, y'all. Like, how you get... Like, and remember what I said in my last videos? I think when it was Trick Daddy. Or when it was Slim Thug or Uncle Luke. One of them. I said, these young girls are not dumb like they used to be when, you know what I mean? Like the 19, 20-year-old girls that they were dealing with when they were 19, 20. These girls are different. They grew up with technology. Didn't I warn them about that? Didn't I warn older men about that? I was like, these girls are looking to finesse. Okay? They online listening to advice from like sprinkle, da-da-da. And this is what it's so, like, this was so fucking delusional to me. We women see Red Pill and what it has done to men in the community. And you know what we do? We stay the hell away from their ass. But then these clowns are so dumb that they can't even see how there's another side to that. There's a feminine side to that. So yeah, you're going to have women out here finessing. You have women out here studying psychology to finesse you. Like, seriously. And so they're going to come across a dummy like Shannon at 56 years old, and he's going to be manipulated by them. Like, this is what, you know what? And then the older guys are trying to underestimate the younger girls. And remember when I always tell you that if you ever want the upper hand, just play dumb. Just play stupid. Just play, you know, like, what? Huh? Or you peep stuff, but you don't say nothing. Right? Well, he and just men like him, the older men, y'all put things past young girls because they're young and you think that they dumb. Yeah. And then when you get outsmarted by one, then you end up in situations like this. Seriously, like crazy. Like, and then she want $50 million. That's crazy. So I have a question for y'all. Do you think she gonna be able to be successful with this shakedown? Do you think he's gonna have to pay the $50 million? Hell, he may come out having to pay more, because now she may still get the $50 million, and then he gotta pay all the lawyer fees and things like that. This is crazy. And then this is like some city girl activity. Like, damn. But it's like white girl, city girl activity. Because, you know, they do things a little different. We more street when it comes to city girl activity as black women. But they play a different game when it comes to city girl activity when it comes to Caucasian women. Like, it involves lawyers. You know what I mean? So, this is crazy. Well, I guess we'll just have to see. And then this clown, too. Of course, he is defending him. He just recently has some troubles.
I'm standing with Uncle Shannon because I don't like when black men get taken down. I got to stand by. Yes, he's a lifetime snow bunny hopper. Yes, he's a lifetime snow bunny hopper, but that's my brother. Uncle Shannon Sharp is my brother. I'm standing with Uncle Shannon Sharp until the facts prove otherwise. I'm standing with Uncle Shannon Sharp until the facts prove otherwise. If you cannot promise me that you will never seek the company of another snow bunny, I cannot stand with you. Uncle Shay Shay. Uncle Shay Shay. I'm standing with you, Unc. I think it's a scam. I'm standing with you, Unc. I think it's a scam. I'm standing with Uncle Shannon Sharp on this one. I'm standing with Uncle Shannon Sharp on this one. But Uncle Shay Shay, no more bunnies after this. Can somebody confirm if he's being accused by snow bunnies or Afro queens?
Y'all, this is so funny to me. I'm sorry, y'all. This is like, I'm about to start crying because, like, why would you be so stupid? Like, and then Dr. Umar, like, listen, the only reason why you around is because you be funny. He be funny from time to time. That's the only reason why you got out of scamming them people when it came to that damn school. Is because when you do pop up, you be entertaining. But it's like, Shannon, this is, woo. Well, I'm going to just go back to minding my black woman business. But listen, when we talk about clowns, though, yeah, we know who the clowns are. And y'all keep getting got, and your pockets keep getting smaller every single time. It's getting bad out here. Y'all need to do better. Y'all need to pick better. Y'all need to pick better. So, another thing, too. Let me, so, I don't know, was it the Delta? Yeah, Delta, Mississippi. I came across this video on my TikTok.
Why are you taking everything? She can't have the sweet relish. She acting so. I take some of that home because who come over and eat all my stuff? That big one right there, the green pea. Look, go get it. Where's that? Crystal. No. Don't you? She blocking it. You get out of there. Oh, yeah. Oh. Who? No, it ain't. Yes, it is. You didn't bring that one. Yes, I did. No. You don't need. How the hell you know which one is who? You don't need none. You don't need none. You don't need none. Dude, get man, like y'all all be begging. Where's my child? Girl, get on my face. I asked who wanted a shot. He's sweating. Who's sweating? I took a shot. Smith next to you. Cut that up. You need to go get that check. Stop, Amy. That's very sensitive. Yeah. Baby girl, I'm not the one that came on my period. Who? She did? Yeah. Who? Yeah. Oh, baby girl, I don't get them. What you got there? A thing?
Y'all know how the algorithm, you know, because they be listening to us on our phones, but y'all know how you watch something on one of your devices. And so I was really digging into the whole Delta, Mississippi thing from Sinners. And so then I came across this Asian family on my TikTok. And listen, it's not rage bait. Like, it's not. TikTok is a little different. People are not mad at them in the comments. We're intrigued. We like, damn. So y'all part of the Delta, Mississippi. That's interesting to me. It's just like, wow, I didn't know that. It's crazy. So I just wanted to share that with y'all because I just thought that was crazy. And then I saw this too. The algorithm been doing its thing. I guess doing its job.
Saying, you guys are all blaming China, you're blaming us, but it's really your own fault, and America now needs a revolution.
They will be blind, and you thank them for it. That's a tragedy. That's a scam. That's why I'm saying this right now. Americans, you don't need a tariff. You need a revolution. For decades, your government and oligarchs won't ship your job to China. Not for diplomacy, not for peace, but to exploit cheap laborers. And in the process, they hollowed out your middle class, crushed your working class, and taught you to be proud while they sold your future for profit. And yes, China made money, but we used it to build roads, leave millions out of poverty, fund healthcare, raise living standard. We reinvested in our people. My family also benefited from it. What did your oligarchs do? They bought yachts, private jets, and mansions with golf course driveways. They manipulate the market, dodge tax, and pour billions into endless wars. And you get stagnant wages, crippling healthcare costs, cheap dopamine, debt, and flagged wave property made in China while they pick your pocket. For 40 years, both China and the United States benefit from the trade, the manufacturing, but only one of us use that wealth to build. This isn't China's fault. This is yours. You let this happen. You let the oligarchs feed your lies while they made you fat, poor, and addicted. Now they blame China for mess they made. I don't think so. I don't think you need another tariff. You need to wake up. You need to take your country back. I think you need a revolution.
Now he has a point.
Damn, but when I say I'm a conspiracy theorist or I am trying to influence violence, but I mean, that's why I did the live that I did yesterday with sinners. I told you to question everything. It's like everyone knows the inside joke but us. Everyone knows the truth outside of the US but us. And remember when I tell you, like, everything is told you, it's in reverse every single time. So that Asian man, he spoke the truth. He spoke the truth. So, and if you go back and you watch my video from yesterday and I showed you the pyramid, those categories that I was pointing out at the very bottom, and I was saying how each category creates cults within a cult within a cult because it keeps us divided. Yeah. So a revolution would require us to come together, but we're so divided by those categories that create cults within a cult within a cult within. It just keeps us separated. That's why the system is created the way that it is. So, and listen, black women, another thing that I wanted to point out too was that pyramid that I showed y'all yesterday. That's the patriarchy. So when you say you want to take down the patriarchy, I need you to look at all of those things on that pyramid. Okay? I need you to look at every section on that pyramid. That's what you're trying to take on by yourself. You don't have a community of men that really are willing to support you in that fight. And that fight is huge. So if you go back and you look at that pyramid, that's what I'm talking about when it comes to fighting the patriarchy. Like, you're up against so much more than you think. And then another thing too is that I understand the content when it comes to someone like Share 7, because she's teaching you how to survive in the patriarchy. And when you go and you look at that pyramid of the patriarchy, you trying to go up against that. It's not realistic at all. So I get the women who create content, or I get the women that are pushing different messages because they're teaching women how to survive in the patriarchy. So yeah, it's a very large hierarchy and a very complicated one too. And the power that they're looking for is not money. So that's what you're going up against when you want to take down the whole system. And I just wanted to point that out. Go back and look at that pyramid. I'll leave another link under this video so you can see what I'm talking about. Okay. Let's see. Oh, and then this. Oh my God, y'all. This.
I had a radical heart shift from that moment.
Oh my God.
I got in my word, under my word. I just completely changed as a person. And I realized that God loves me, that God has a purpose and plan for my life, that God chose me, that I'm fearfully and wonderfully made. Yeah. So if he would call me out my name, it wouldn't bother me because I allowed God's voice to be louder than his. And when I was going through transition of him not coming home on the weekends, not being there, telling me I hate you, I'll never love you, I wish I never married you, I knew that life and death is in the power of the tongue through the word of God. So I would say, you will love me one day. We will have a good marriage one day. And although he would go out for weekends, I would literally help him get ready to go meet a side chick by ironing his clothes and getting him ready for the night. And these are all things I was graced to do. I would not encourage anybody to do that unless you are graced by God to do this. But once I knew who I was, I realized,
And see, this is where people feel like I have liberal views. You're better off being a Tracee Ellis Ross than being in a marriage like that. It's pathetic. It's weak, and it showcases that as a woman, you do not have a backbone. You don't. So there's nothing to really break because you're already broken. I mean, it's like he could have threw whatever he wanted to throw at that wall, and she was gonna take it. She was gonna pick it up. She was gonna clean it up. She was gonna take care of it. It didn't matter what he did, what he said, how he spoke to her. Nothing. Like, she was just willing to take it all. Like, I'm so against this. Surviving in the patriarchy for some women will involve marriage. But my thing is, this is not what I'm talking about. Like, if it comes down to your self-respect, you are better off being alone. Like, you are. The emotional instability this woman most likely was dealing with as she was going through that is just not worth it to me. It's just not worth it at all. So when you think about choosing a relationship versus being in a relationship like the one she's describing, right? You should probably choose your singleness. And see, a lot of women don't want to choose their singleness because they sit up and they listen to men who project on them about how loneliness is the worst thing that could ever happen to them. The worst thing. But we have friends, we have family, we have community. When we're single, we still have those things. When they're single, they don't really have community in the same ways that we do. So of course, them projecting loneliness on you makes sense for them, but it will never make sense for you. Never. It may not be ideal, but if it's necessary, then it's necessary than to be in a relationship like this. Like, this is sad. It just screams low self-esteem, desperation. Like, I'm willing to take it on all. I'm willing to take on everything. And then this also plays into, this is what happens to the self-esteems of women who grow up in churches, and you don't even recognize your own identity within yourself first to seek God. You recognize your identity in God first. You don't even recognize it within yourself first. So of course, you skip your own self-identity. Even though you operate in this vessel, you skip that shit and you serve God. That's it. You skip yourself to serve God. So that means that you don't matter. And it's crazy because I've always said this. Like, I don't understand why the church doesn't teach you to love yourself through yourself to love God. It's love God, and then it's through yourself. It needs to be flipped, because this type of stuff wouldn't happen. We wouldn't have a woman sitting here with very extreme low self-esteem and then giving praise to God. We would see a different type of woman. We would see a woman that knows herself and that knows that through self-love, God wouldn't want this for her. But we don't see that. We see the opposite. We see the complete opposite. And you know who's really speaking to her? Her insecurities. God's not speaking to her. Her insecurities are speaking to her. But when you don't have your own identity, when you don't have your own self-awareness, you think that's God speaking to you, when it's really your insecurities. And this is something I keep seeing in women who grow up in churches. It's like, you don't know how to recognize your own voice, to the point where you don't even know how to recognize your own insecurities. That's not God speaking to you. It's your insecurities. You don't even know the difference because you don't know yourself. You don't know when it's your insecurity speaking or if it's God speaking to you. You can't even decipher the difference because you don't know yourself. That's the issue. And that's what I'm talking about. And that's what I have an issue when it comes to church culture. Like, it's the culture around the religion. It's not really the religion. It's the culture and how it is taught and how it is facilitated and how it always seems to birth women with low self-esteem. Seriously. Like, and it's because the church does not encourage self-identity through God. It encourages God, and that's it. Like, there's no like character development when it comes to self. And that's so important. Especially when you're growing up and you're trying to figure out, like, okay, is God speaking to me or is my spirit speaking to me? It's like religious people can never tell the difference. And that, it's the culture, y'all. It's the culture. Okay, let me continue though. Oh, and this preacher finally said it. Somebody finally got in the pulpit and said it.
The thief of sexism. This is a thief that has objectified, exploited, and abused women. I'm talking about in the church, robbing them of opportunities, dignity, and full participation, both in society and in the church. Come on here. It is a system that devalues women while benefiting from their gifts, treating them as resources to be used rather than image bearers to be honored. And in many spaces, women are expected to serve, but we won't let you lead. Your competency is questioned, your authority is undermined, and your potential is restricted. Yet throughout scripture, God used women powerfully, like Deborah leading a nation, like Miriam being a prophetess, like Huldah being a prophetess, like Philip's daughters prophesying, like Isaiah's daughters prophesying, like Mary Magdalene, who was trusted to deliver the message of the gospel to the disciples. And we have denominations and conventions that have hid, coddled, and enabled sexism in the name of submission. Women not only have to navigate through environments of exploitation where their labor is valued, but their voices are not. They're expected to give, to serve, and support. So we want their time and their tithe, but not their opinion. My gosh. They speak up for, they step up for, they advocate for, they intercede for everybody else. But when it is time for us to speak up for, to advocate for, to intercede for them, it's silence of the lambs in church. This reduces them to bodies rather than beings. Leading a culture where harassment, assault, and silencing and abuse are tolerated and covered up. Women's purity is policed, but men's accountability is neglected. Placing the burden on women to prevent men's sin rather than placing the burden on men to exercise self-control. Your lust is your problem. The problem's not her shoulder. The problem is you. Tario, we done.
That's crazy, y'all. That is crazy, right? That's crazy. But do you see how the culture of church influences low self-esteem? Like, it births low self-esteem in women, but it's the culture that creates that mind. Like, it's the culture that develops that woman, because that's part of her development, is her religious spiritual journey, right? So of course these women become grown women. They don't have a good level of self-esteem because, well, their identity is not recognized. Their body is recognized. Their servitude is recognized, but not their self-identity. So if a woman doesn't have any self-identity outside of her religion, and part of the religion is to serve, and that's it, of course she's not going to be recognized for her identity. She won't even know her identity within herself. She won't know herself. She'll know to serve, though. She'll know to be servitude, but that's it. And that's part of the problem. And to have a preacher finally call it what it is, right? To really give women the truth. It's only one that chooses to do that. Because men know that if they were to preach in this way, that they wouldn't benefit anymore. Like they wouldn't be able to benefit off of women. Which brings me to my next point. Because this is a good live, y'all. But it just got even better.
The function of misogyny could be men trying to collectively lower women's self-esteem so they stand a chance. We see an analogue of this within relationships. So low mate value men within relationships choose what's called a cost-inflicting mate retention strategy, where they literally try and lower their partner's self-esteem so that they are less inclined to leave them. This collective group misogyny is like that strategy, except from outside relationships. Incels do this all the time. They say things like, oh, you're going to hit the wall when you're over 30, your mate value will run out.
So these guys, they feel they can't provide value themselves to these women, so instead of adding benefits to her life and providing value, they inflict cost on her to avoid her from running off with these other potentially high status or higher status men that she's hanging out with.
Precisely. Lower mate value men choose the cost infliction strategy. There's been a lot of research in the last number of years that show this trend, that misogyny is most pronounced in low mate value men and men who don't define themselves as incel subculture but find themselves unwanted celibacy. That is a big predictor of misogyny.
Okay, let me go to the top, because I've been peeping this, y'all. This is why I don't listen to these clowns online. Okay, because first of all, we have a pattern, and you know, when I see patterns, I call it out. So a lot of these men that come online and they give women advice about men, right? 9 times out of 10, that content is being fueled from who they are. Okay, under the mask that they wear. All right. And so you have two groups though. Like you have the panderers, and then you have the men that would be considered to be red pill or incels, right? But they still both benefit in a way, but differently. So the panderer benefits because he gets access to women. And then the red pillars, they get access to women by lowering your self-esteem. And this is why I say stop listening to men. Like, I'm not saying that because it's like, oh, I don't like men, I can't stand. It's always some manipulation, girl. That 9 times out of 10. And I'm talking about the group of men on social media. The worst type of men, like the low of the low. And that's why he said the low mating males. Not the men out here that actually have prospects and have options and things like that, whether they are good character or bad character. You'll never hear from those men because they get access to women. You will always hear from the low mating male because he's not happy with his mating options, or he's not happy with if he's able to mate at all, because some of these men are not able to mate. And so we hear from them the most, but we won't ever hear from the male really who gets access to women, because he gets access to women. So let me replay this here.
Function of misogyny could be men trying to collectively lower women's self-esteem so they stand a chance. We see an analogue of this within relationships. So low mate value men within relationships choose what's called a cost-inflicting mate retention strategy, where they literally try and lower their partner's self-esteem so that. And see,
this is what I've been seeing on social media, and this is why they praised Kevin Samuels so much, was because he was lowering the self-esteem of women on social media, and that's why they loved him so much. They called him the Godfather, because what he was doing was influencing a group, like in a large reach at that. Like Kevin Samuels had a very large reach. So the reason why they call him the Godfather is because he was able to reach a lot of women to help lower their self-esteem, so that those men that praised him so much could finally get access to women. And that's what they love so much. They're like, no, I need you to lower your self-esteem so then I can get access to you. And I tell y'all all the time, like, men be upset because of their lack of access. They're going to be upset because they can't get access. That is what it's about. So how easy would it be to lower women's self-esteem? So then, boom, I can slip in. I can have my fun. I can have my way. And half the work is already done because she listened to Kevin Samuels. And now I can step in and do the rest. It just makes their job easier.
They're less inclined to leave them. This collective group misogyny is like that strategy, except from outside relationships. Incels do this all the time. They say things like, oh, you're going to hit the wall when you're over 30. Your mate value will run out.
So these guys, they feel they can't provide value themselves to these women, so instead of adding benefits to her life and providing value, they inflict cost on her.
And so instead, and then that's another thing, it's like a lot of men don't want to come into a woman's life and add value to it. That's too much work for them. They don't want to come in and like actually make or put her in a better position. They're more focused on themselves and only themselves. So they want what they want. They enter the situation with the hidden motive that I'm trying to just get what I can get out of this, but I don't care to add anything to this. I just want to take. That's it. I just want to take. So everyone is upset at Tracee, but it's like she has to protect herself from takers constantly. So she can't be a low self-esteem woman. She has to be a very high self-esteem woman. Regardless of what you think about her or how you perceive her, she has to have that high level of self-esteem in order for her to truly protect what she has built. So she can't just be out here just being easy access. And see, those men are triggered by her because she has the type of mindset, she carries the type of mindset where they wouldn't be able to get easy access to her. And that's what they're mad about. And it's like, you old witch, like you should let me have access to you because you're old and your best years are behind you. You old witch, you should let me have access to you now. That's what they saying. Like that, like if they could put it into plain terms and words, like that is basically what they're mad at Tracee about. Like, and then these are always the low mating males, the men that can't get women, the men that they want desperately to have access to women. They'll do whatever it takes. They will even simp, but even that's not enough. And so they just become like these, like they hate women, you know? They become very hateful of women. And that's what we're seeing a lot of on social media.
Avoid her from running off with these other potentially high status or higher status men that she's hanging out with.
Precisely. Lower mate value men choose the cost infliction strategy. There's been a lot of research in the last number of years that show this trend that misogyny is most pronounced in low mate value men and men who don't define themselves as incel subculture but find themselves with unwanted celibacy. That is a big predictor of misogyny.
Ooh, so he said unwanted celibacy. I repeat, he said unwanted celibacy. So do you see why men project being alone as the worst thing ever? For us as women, like, listen, for us as women, we will never have that real experience of loneliness unless it comes down like in the way that men do. Like it's really in the way that men do. Men experience a level of loneliness that we do not. Okay? And it's because we have friends, we have coworkers, like we tend to go out into social spaces to make connections with people. And sometimes it's us volunteering, like sometimes it's us doing this or doing that or going to social events or just wanting to spend time with the girls. Like we tend to keep that up well into our adulthood, well into our later years as well. Like you have the Golden Girls and things like that. It's like we will always have that community, even if it's just with us as women. We have hobbies, we have book clubs, you know, we have community in ways that men do not when they are single. We have community in our singlehood. They do not. They don't have community in their singlehood. So because of that, they project the loneliness that they feel that we don't even feel when we're single. They project the loneliness that they feel when they're single as a male on us when we're single, but we don't have the same experiences. And then even when it comes to mating and we're single, they project too that we can't even go out socially and have a mating experience. Like that's not a choice. That's not an option for us. It is still an option, but we don't always take every offer, or we don't take the offers that we're currently receiving. But they don't have offers. They don't have offers. And so because they don't have offers, that type of loneliness is completely different from a woman's loneliness. I'm not saying that we don't experience loneliness. No, we do, but not in the same way as the single male. There is like a very thick layer of coldness when they're single compared to us. Seriously, like you can see us in doing hobbies, community service, hanging out with friends, hanging out with family. We may even have kids of our own. We may even have grandkids and things like that. Like we are big on just being around and being in community because we're nurturers. Like that's just what we are. So our experience when it comes to being single and alone and experiencing loneliness is just not the same when it comes to them. And I think that's why a lot of times when there's studies out now saying that women are happier single. And it's because how we experience singlehood is not the same as men. Like men experience singlehood in the worst ways, like honestly. So I get why they're upset. I just feel like when a man is upset, it's dangerous because they can become very violent. Especially when they're not getting their way or they're being refused this, and this. Because a lot of them feel like they're owed this. They have like that level of entitlement that they carry too with their mindset because they're a man. And they live in a patriarchy. And so it's like, I'm a man, I'm supposed to have this and I'm supposed to have that. And so when mating doesn't come easy for them, they're very angry. And a lot of times they can turn violent because their anger and their emotion is different from a woman's anger and emotion. It's just not the same. Not saying that one is less dangerous. I'm just saying it's typically not the same. Women tend to be more passive and men tend to be more direct. And so we all know where that tends to lead and how harmful that can be. So let me go ahead and show you this because this was interesting.
Never gave her safety. I never gave her stability because safety and stability meant that she could relax and pause. And a woman who feels safe might realize that she doesn't need me. So I kept her off balance. I created chaos inside the entire relationship, created fights over nothing. One day sweet, the next day cruel, going back and forth. And so she stayed second guessing herself, stayed working, stayed focused, trying to work harder and fix herself, trying to figure out what version of me she'd get, never understanding, never knowing. And I controlled her by keeping her anxious.
I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, did he just admit to emotional abuse? And then casually just kind of drop it in as a relationship flaw, as if, this is just a moment of growth. As if this isn't literal psychological abuse. Well, if that was your thinking, you would in fact be correct, because he did. This is so far from okay, I don't even know where to begin. So, ladies, when I tell you in my videos that they know, okay, this is what I mean by they know. This man is literally telling you that they know. Just like the man from the other day who said that he doesn't date his type because he doesn't have the money to. Yep. They know. They know when they're shortchanging you and being cheap. They know when they're being emotionally abusive. And they know when they're hurting you. They know. Stop making excuses for them. Because men aren't dumb. And they are certainly not without strategy. When I tell you that men are strategic, this is what I mean. When I tell you that men know exactly what they're doing, this is what I mean. Hear me, ladies. Click the link in bio. Don't be a slow learner.
Woo. Okay, let me move on. Let me move on to the next topic. I just wanted to share that with y'all. There's a lot of truth going on in Banana. Let me play this.
This whole male loneliness epidemic is y'all fault. Y'all got on the internet, started consuming all the red pill energy, started developing these misogynist point of views, and started treating women like they're inferior. And now you wonder why they don't want to fuck you.
It's obvious, buddy.
You're a bad person. It's not that you're a bad person to treat all people, but you treat women like shit, and you get mad at them online. And it's funny because they say about some, these modern women, these modern women are suck. Modern women? What are you talking about? You mean the women of our age? You talking about modern women, the old women back in the day, they used to sit down and listen. The ones that didn't have rights used to sit down and listen.
I'm so surprised. I'm so shocked.
You sound stupid.
You fucking incel.
And it's like, the only people who get online and make these tapes is people who don't talk to women in real life. You gotta peep them and lock in. All them sharks, the contradictors who are sharks, they don't get on the line. They don't get on the internet and bash women. You know why? Because they talk to them in real life. It's the niggas who don't talk to women who get on the internet and bash women and say, oh, they did this.
I can't, y'all. I don't think I can slow it down. Y'all, I can't slow it down. This is how he posted the video, and I think it's because he was trying to get people to watch it in a short time frame because their attention span is not that long.
You can plan over so much time that you want to fuck the guys. That's what it sounded like. And then you got about that shit despicable.
Oh, we about to get into it. Just give me a sec. Let me cook. Here's the honeycomb clown? Yeah, this is the honeycomb clown.
Because men who sleep with men are making laws that put in power. Now can go around and young boys and brag on it and think ain't nothing wrong with them. But when
she said young men and he said young boys. There's a lot of projection going on around here. Now, he could have been touched when he was younger. I don't know. So maybe he's triggered because that's what happened to him. And so that's what he's assuming she meant by what she said. But she said young men. She didn't say young boys. She didn't say young boys. She said young men.
Corey went on Cam Newton's show and said, I'm young, broke, lost hoes. I was the worst motherfucker in the world. Huh, Tracee? Tracee Ellis, bro, we heard you. I mean, we finna go into it. We about to get your Jaja Binks. We about to get, somebody said it, so now I can say it.
Yeah.
How you see them get out the car loud, see what they call brother, she straight?
Oh, yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He didn't choose you. He didn't choose you. These were your prime years when you was passing out to boss niggas who got options to choose a woman who was virtuous. None of them chose you.
Y'all, I just this is what I want to know. Where are all of these successful Hollywood marriages with no scandals? That's what I want to know. Cause y'all making this about marriage and y'all making it about kids and all of this shit, right? And it's more so about just doing it. It's not about being successful or happy in it. It's just about doing it. And that's it. But see, she didn't want to just do it. She wanted to do it while being happy and healthy in it. So name a Hollywood marriage where there's nothing but health in it and just happiness and it's success and there's no scandals. So this is and the men are beating her down. This is how delusional men are to me, especially the ones on social media who take on this rhetoric. Is you just want her to do it. You just want her to get married. You don't care if the marriage lasts or not. You just want her to have kids. You don't care if she chooses a good father or not, unless she's left a single mother. You only just want her to do it, just to do it. And that's the thing. It's once again, women are not being seen as people with personalities, wants, desires, standards. We're not seen as people to want to be happy in these marriages or want to be happy in motherhood. We're just supposed to do it because you feel that we're just supposed to serve man. And then they think it's a knock. They really sit up on this platform right here and they make these low jabs and things like that. Right? And they think it's a knock to us. And it's because they want her to serve a man. It doesn't matter if she's happy in it. Doesn't matter if they want her to serve a man by having his kids. So it doesn't matter if she's happy in motherhood. It doesn't matter if she is happy in the marriage or anything like that. She's just supposed to serve men. That's basically what he's sitting up here and he's saying. So it's interesting. My point is, when it comes to Hollywood marriages, they typically don't last. So then typically women like Tracee Ellis Ross, who is rich, wealthy, comes from a wealthy family, she can't just choose and mate just with anyone. And then now that we understand Hollywood, right? Because people are like, well, why doesn't she just date or marry within her social circle? Hollywood is not what y'all think it is. There's a lot of weirdos out here. So I don't think it would have just been an easy decision on Tracee's when it comes to her settling down. It wouldn't have been. Either she would have had to marry someone beneath her, which that would have been an issue too, because then she could have been in the position of Mary J. Blige or something like that, right? But then even if she was to mate within her proximity, which would be Hollywood, there's a lot of weirdos in that space. So what was she really left to do though? Like, that's what I want to know. What was she really supposed, like, how was she really supposed to win and also be happy and successful at the same time, to where she wouldn't have to jeopardize her empire? And then people wonder why Oprah lives the way that she lives. She lives the way that she lives because she's not a fool. Like, she's not stupid. She's not. Like, she still has Stedman in the backyard, but she ain't married that man, and she ain't married that man because she's not a fool. Like, she's like, I don't know. So I don't know. It's like men encourage other men who are in the position of Tracee Ellis Ross to watch their bag, don't get married, don't have kids, be single, But then when a woman does it, it's no, you're supposed to serve man. I don't care if the relationship or marriage is healthy or not. I don't give a damn. Like, you were here to serve man, and that's it. And so, yeah. But for men, it's different. I guess for men, it's different.
So now, at 52, with your arrogant ass, you dating the puppies of the hood. Let me tell you something. These broads out here, especially the older ones, 45 and up, I'm gonna go that high, 45 and up, they good with dogs and elderly people, or they might mess with somebody who's young and impressionable, because that way they can be held up as they pretend themselves to be.
Corey, is that what you be doing with these young girls? Pick the ones that are easily impressionable. There's a lot of projection going on. That's why I be telling ladies, listen to men when they speak. Shut up. Close your mouth. Listen when they speak. They will tell you a lot about themselves, especially when they don't know this woman like that. They don't know her dating life like that. They don't even know the age and range in which she's dating. They know really nothing other than what she gave them in that interview, which I will be breaking down as well. I'm going to watch it probably on, I'm going to react to it on my other channel. But it's just like, he's sitting up here saying all of this stuff, but it's like, isn't that what y'all be out here doing? But how do you know that she's doing the same thing that you're doing? You don't. So the only way you could gather that information is based off of how you feel and how you think, and maybe even what you do, your behavior, because you don't know her. You don't even know what she's out here doing. So where did you get that from? You got it from yourself. That is what projection is. You got it from yourself, and now you're taking what you got from yourself, what you gathered from yourself, and you're putting it on her, and you know nothing at all. So if you want to know what Corey is out here doing when it comes to dating young girls, he's choosing the ones that are easily impressible. Let me play it back. The ones that are easily impressed.
And impressionable, because that way they might mess with somebody who's young and impressionable, because that way they can be held up as they pretend themselves to be. But when you're around a man,
that's what he be out here doing, y'all. Just flip it. Whenever you're being projected on, this is why you got to know yourself and be confident in who you are, and you got to be confident in what you know you either do or don't do, right? It's easy to spot when somebody is projected on you, because it's like, wait a minute, I know my behavior. Wait a minute, I know how I operate, and I don't operate like that. So why are you projecting on me? It's so easy to spot projection when you know who you are. That's why you got to know who you are. You got to know your ways, good, bad, and indifferent. Okay, no one can ever tell you about yourself because you should already know. Doesn't matter if it's some bad stuff you did or some good stuff that you did or some stuff that falls somewhere in the gray area. No one can come and check you about anything when it comes to who you are. And then you take on their negative emotional projections when you know you don't act like that. So that's why you got to know yourself. So to me, it just seems like this is what he does. And he's projecting it on her to validate, I don't know, like his hatred for women. I don't know. It's the weirdest thing. This is why I say men are delusional. They're delusional, feeding themselves their own bullshit and then turning around and hating women. Like, it's so delusional.
And a man is gonna call you for who you are. Man, you ain't. I don't give a fuck if Tracee Ellis wrong. Tracee.
Y'all, Mr. Honeycomb himself said that he ain't shit, y'all. Oh my God. You ain't shit. Damn. So he don't even love himself. Damn. So he thinks he's out of his prime and he ain't shit. He washed up. That's what he's saying.
Ellis Ross can get it, and like Kevin Samuels said about her a long time ago, a nigga will walk down the street with that.
She's 52. Somebody was saying 62.
It don't matter how old she is. She can get it, and a nigga might walk down the street with.
She can get it, but can you, sir, without your wallet? Can you get it without your wallet? That's what I want to know. Women can get a lot of things. We can get a lot of things without our wallet, without our purses, without our credit cards. We can get a lot of things. But can you, Mr. Honeycomb? Can you still get it without your wallet? You can't. You can't. You can't get anything without your wallet. You can't even get attention from women without your wallet. But a woman, no matter her age, she can still get it. As long as she's taking care of herself and she keeps herself up, a woman will always be able to get it. And without her wallet.
Even though right there she looked tripped out to me.
She looked just like somebody I know.
That bitch look crazy right there.
Oh, wait.
That's that face. Oh my God. Like, these women, I'm trying not to say it. That's a drag queen type picture right there.
That's not.
If we're going to get into when men feel the need to pick a woman's appearance apart, you're gay. And you're in denial. You're down low. That you're gay. No heterosexual man will sit up and do that. You are gay. Can y'all put the little rainbow signs? Because the only people that clock that T, right? The only people that clock that T are the gays. The gays are the only ones that do that. So, yeah. The gays. And why do the gays do it? The gays do it because they're interested in makeup. They love beauty. That's why. They love skincare. They love lip gloss and eyelashes and da-da-da. So like that's why they clock the T, because they're like, girl, let's fix this. Like, you know what I mean? You know how the gays are. And so yeah, they're gonna clock that. Your hair, all of that, because they love the makeup. They love beauty. That's what they love. So are you in denial about that?
She look like, you be like, what's your name? She'll be like, Julio.
She
look like she got her own language. She just like she just be.
That's a makeup picture right there. Like, I'm saying, like, I'm just keeping it real. Your best years are gone. Your best years.
His best years are gone, y'all.
Years are.
Did he even have any best years? Like, I really want to know that. Like, do y'all think he had years ahead of him? Seriously. Like, when was he ever in his prime? Because I feel like Tracee's still in her prime to me. Because every time I see this woman, she's happy. She's always jolly. She's always with good energy. I never seen her like mad. I've never seen her upset. I've never seen her like in a bad mood or anything. Not saying she doesn't get that way from time to time, but she's always in good spirits. But Mr. Honeycomb, when were you ever in your prime? He's always seemed miserable.
Gone, ma'am. You have to date the puppies in order to get the proper attention you need, because they need you. You got bread, you got things that will keep them interested in you, but this is what happens. After them young boys smash you and go around the block with you a couple of times.
And let me replay this part too.
Bread, you got things that will keep them interested in you.
Okay, so he knows that it's not hard for her, but he's still projecting the access that he can't get on her. And this is why I keep telling men, you're delusional. And you keep comparing yourself to a woman. Is getting weird. And the reason it's getting weird, we don't have the same experiences. When I walk outside, I get catcalled. When you walk outside, people grab their purses. We don't have the same experiences. And that's when I keep trying to tell men, it's like you're projecting the experience that you have where no one is either looking at you, paying you any mind, unless they think that you're doing something wrong or about to commit a crime or something like that. Like, that's the experience that you have. But when women leave our homes, it's total opposite. We have to guard ourselves. We have to protect ourselves. We get catcalled. We have to worry about this. We have to worry about that. When you leave the house, it's totally different. It's a totally different experience. So loneliness for us is just not the same. It's not the same. So then when men leave the home, they always are ignored, right? For the most part. Men are ignored for the most part. Men, like, most people don't pay men any mind unless they think or they stereotype them, right? To be violent or criminal or something like that. But then if they go home as a single man, is there a woman there? Do they have a list of women they can call? Some men don't. They don't. So they go out, loneliness, right? People ignore them, stay away from them unless they are stereotyped, right? And then they come home to what? That's not the experience that we have. When we leave our house, it's like sometimes we always have to perform. Right? Like we feel like, well, we feel the need to, because so many people are wanting our attention. So many people are pulling on our energy, even if it's just, and then especially when you have this, when you radiate beauty, right? Like a glow about you, right? Then more people gravitate towards you. So it's like, we always have to kind of protect ourselves energetically when we leave the home, physically when we leave the home. They don't have to do that. So their loneliness is completely different from our loneliness. We don't experience it the same. There is a thick layer of coldness when it comes to their loneliness. And like, honestly, I feel like our loneliness, the coldness, it's like a glass. And a woman can decide if she wants to put up the glass or if she wants to remove the glass. It just depends. And each woman is going to be different, because some women have boundaries. Some women have looser boundaries, you know. So maybe the glass is easier to get through. But for them, they have layers and layers and layers of thickness when it comes to their loneliness. It's just not the same. But men go around projecting their experiences on women as if we have the same experiences, and we don't.
But this is what happens. After them young boys smash you and go around the block with you a couple of times, you start stalking them. You're going to feel like that young boy owe you something. You're not going to.
So, Mr. Honeycomb, that's an interesting story. I'm not sure where you got that from. Is that what you're out here doing to young girls? You're stalking them? Are we going to have another Shannon Sharpe scandal on our hands anytime soon? Because we know you like them young too. So is there going to be another scandal?
Don't no young boy who got his life ahead of him. You can't have no baby at 52. What you doing with a young boy? You stealing from his future.
You talking about she snatching his soul?
She's stealing from his future. What is he doing with her besides smashing? And she's gonna be like, no, you're my boyfriend.
No.
We already know. This is how it go when them older women get a younger guy, they want to possess them.
So when he goes for younger girls or younger women, he wants to possess them. Again, projection. I don't know. Like I've talked to several different women who are older who date younger men, and a lot of times they date younger men because they just want someone they can have fun with. That's it. That could be in the bedroom. That can be she's into different hobbies. That can be maybe there were things that she didn't get to do when she was younger, and so now she feels more youthful because she's dealing with a younger guy. Like, but possession, that's interesting. Typically, women don't really operate like that. Maybe territorial, I can see that, but possessive. That's interesting. That's interesting that he came up with this story to project on her, and it seems like that's what men do when they date younger women. So, interesting.
Them older women with younger guys, they ain't just saying, oh, I'm just out here getting smashed. That don't sound respectable. She can get it. That's why she's taking them pictures like that. She can get it, but look at that picture right there. That's Jaja Binks.
Oh my gosh, you guys, this is too much.
That's Jaja Binks, homie.
And you know, it's so crazy. It's really sad to see a man that finds her to be sexually attractive, but tries to downplay her at the same time because he knows he doesn't have a chance with her. Like he keeps saying, oh, she could get it, she could get it. Oh, yeah, like she could get it. Look at, like she looked good, da da da. But yeah, like you know, you could, even with her being 52, you would not be able to touch her. Probably not even breathe the same air that she breathes. So
get it now. Don't think she can't get it. All you older women, Michelle Obama could get it, but I wear rubber with her. 'Cause I know she sleep with old boy. It's dookie all up in her womb.
you know, it's just, and then I don't, this woman, women like this with the glasses, they're dangerous. They're very dangerous. She's sitting up there laughing at that. And this is the second time I done seen a woman sit up and laugh at another woman where a man was degrading her physical appearance. Like, these are the type of women you stay the hell away from. Seriously. Seriously. Stay away from them. Let me see. Did I play this one?
The thief of sexism.
Okay, let me move on. Let me move on because this all ties in. Hold on. Wait a minute. This all ties in. Oh, here it is. I had to save this for last. So there was a situation I found myself in because I was minding my business and I came across, I follow, his name is the DL Whisperer. He helps women discern if their men are down low. He gives a lot of different tips. He's teaching women really the psychology behind men who are down low, and he is being a whisperer to help women identify when a man is down low, because of course down low men are not going to come right out and tell you, hey, you know. So he's teaching women how to discern when a man is truly down low. So one of those things were when men pick a woman's appearance apart. Like, it's huge. And he's always using examples like this, that when men who pick women's appearance apart, and they're very picky about how women wear their makeup, their hair, their nails, and things like that, it tends to be because they are down low. Let's get into it, because this is what he teaches on his platform, and so he likes to use these type of examples when they occur. Oh, I did not know it was this low. Oh, wait a minute, y'all. Wait a minute. I may have to. I can't believe it's that low. Ain't no way. Okay, wait a minute. Should I just do a second? I'm like, damn, should I do a second video? Let me see if it gets louder on the TikTok app. Cause I pulled it off the TikTok app. Hold on. Because that is too low. And I need y'all to hear this.
Being 43 years old,
Okay, let me see. This is so funny, y'all. I mean, it's hilarious. Is it louder?
Speak on that whole women are homophobic topic. I don't look.
It's not that much louder. Y'all, I don't know what to do. Should I just come back? Should I just come back? Y'all let me know. Should I just come back? Damn, it was about to get good, y'all. And I can't. I think I'm gonna have to come back, y'all. Okay, well, we gonna have to be real quiet. Let me see if I can turn up my sound on my PC to kind of help. Because y'all let me know if this is gonna work. Oh, wait. It is all the way up. Okay. Okay. Well, let's just go with it. Y'all's telling me to go with it? Let's just go with it.
The baby hairs. It's not natural. It's not real. It's natural.
Don't cancel me, but I don't like dark outline on your lips. I don't know why y'all keep taking this colored pencil to your face. Me personally, I don't like it. Why do you brown on your lips?
Don't cancel me, but spaghetti is not a side dish to catfish.
I just think you're wrong.
I'm telling you, I don't understand that.
A lot of people. It's a black thing. It's a black thing, but
Jollof pasta.
Not that. Your weed smell like that. It always smell kind of burnt.
I was just thinking that.
Why thinking that? Do they smell weed deodorant?
I'm about to say, as soon as he said they had a smell, I'm like, hold on. It smell hot.
Y'all heard they saying BBL stink?
Yes,
bro.
So I do have to get from in front of the closet because I do have to go, but DL, come on, like listen how they're laughing at women and talking about women. I told y'all what they do in private. They're showing you what they do in private. None of them even look straight. I didn't even go through their page. I just got tagged and I wanted to do a little quick reaction video before I get up out of this house. I don't even think they straight. I'm pretty sure if I get in them pages, they're not straight. It was nothing given straight. Look at them. Prototypes. DL prototypes. And let me go eat because I feel like I haven't eaten. I'm all jittery and loud today. Let me go eat and calm my nerves. But yo, that's it. I'll see y'all later tonight.
Alright, they think we gay. Oh, for real, they think we gay. You gay because you got no.
So just a little quick run through before that full video. We're not saying that you're gay, but I want you to explain this. Because, sir, nothing is straight about this. Any women that see this right now, listen, this is the type of stuff that you have to look for. This is not straight behavior. Why is he on the back of this jet ski? He clearly had his arms wrapped around him at some point, right? Clock it. So then, boom, here come the other one. Okay, we got to keep going with him a little bit. And again, this is just a preliminary check. This is not the full video. See this? This the kind of stuff you want to pay attention to. See how close they are? See how he's leaned in and them knees are touching? Pay attention for this. Like, do this look like a couple? Yes, it does. And look, the light skinned ones always love a chocolate one. You see who the common denominator is, right? Even this. You mean to tell me there's two women and two men and the two men decided to stand beside each other? It obvious. So again, to just bring it home, this is just a preliminary check. They said, we're not gay. We're going to see by the end of my full video if they're going to stand on that. We're going to see if they're going to have explanations because, and don't be in my comments, they're comfortable in their sexuality. This is not comfortability. This is, I want to see all of the pictures from the jet ski. I want to see if he had his hands around him at some point because this is the main one. They said we're gay. We're not gay. None of us are gay. Debatable.
I didn't plan on addressing this video, but at this point, I absolutely have to. I didn't build my platform on trying to slander anybody's name or scrutinize anybody's character, so please be aware this is not what I'm doing here. But at some point, I can't let the shit slide. I'm sorry. First and foremost, I did a little bit of research, and it turns out, right, a lot of y'all aren't gonna believe this, I'm actually black. In fact, my mother is black, my father is black, and then when I dug a little bit more, I found out his family's black, and then I dug a little bit deeper. I found out my mom's father is. And I dug a little bit deeper. I found out my mom's father is actually black, and my little sister, and my mom's sister, which would be my aunt, who's also black, and my grandma, bless her soul. And you know, I'm not a big stickler for percentages, but I would assume that would say.
The nose ring. Is that a dangling earring?
I'm pretty fucking black, which is a little crazy because nowhere in the video did we
He missing a point on how he used hair texture to be colorist, and he's missing a point on how catfish and spaghetti is a southern thing, not necessarily a black thing.
The assumption that only black women wore lip liner, which is fucking crazy. In what world would you assume that I'm saying that the bad lip liner is only on black women? It's on everybody. I'm not gonna cap. What? I'm not just gonna leave it there. I don't like it. Now, blended well, I'm not saying that it can't be.
I didn't know Danny was a makeup artist. Talking about blended well.
I'm talking about don't be in a woman's business. You made it everybody's business. If I walk in the house with a bad haircut, who business I make it? Y'all, cause y'all gonna say, damn, his hair's fucked up.
This logic
if you walk
makes
out the house with
absolutely
bad
no
makeup, I'm
sense.
gonna say, damn, her makeup's fucked up. What are you talking about? I will say there is one plus. I have never seen a faster woman conjugation than what you have pulled right here. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay, so you conjugate verbs. He means a congregation.
If only you could put this much energy towards something that you actually wanted to do, you might be great. Unfortunately, you use your time spreading lies in your room or wherever the hell you're at recording these videos. Me personally,
But sir, you're in a car with 3 men.
I don't even know where that narrative came from. Assuming that somebody like me would cut off an entire ethnicity of women that I would have to possibly.
We're not assuming that because I'm sure no women want you. Look at you.
I know there's a lot more videos that I could go and address, but it all started with this false narrative. So you're the main root of the problem. Wait, you got something to say?
I saw what y'all said about the jet ski. Stop it.
Hey, y'all be safe. Happy Easter.
Yeah, I heard y'all talking about me on the back of the jet ski, and I'm gonna just clear this up. On that trip, we already rode jet skis earlier on in the trip, but my friends wanted to get back on the water. I didn't too much care about getting back on the water, but I wasn't gonna sit at the hotel by myself. So no, I didn't get a jet ski the second time we already went out there. I rode with my homeboy, okay? That's why I was on the back of his jet ski, okay? Y'all don't gotta make everything so weird, bro, okay? It's my boy. He was just on the jet ski, man. He was on the back of Germ's jet ski.
Hey, don't brag. Don't get that shit on me.
It's not natural. It's not real. It's not natural.
Don't cancel me, but I don't like the dark outline on your lips. I don't know why y'all keep taking
The baby hairs. It's not natural. It's not real. It's not natural.
Don't cancel me, but I don't like the dark outline on your lips. I don't know why y'all keep taking this colored pencil to your face. Me personally, I don't like it. Why do?
My bad, y'all. I muted myself because somebody said in my last video, when I mute my mic, it sounds better. They can hear the audio better. So I was trying to help with that. But just listen to this. This is crazy. We see this so much nowadays. Hold on.
But spaghetti is not a side dish to catfish.
I just didn't grow up.
I'm telling you, I don't understand that.
A lot of people it's like
pasta. I'm saying we smell like that.
It always smell kind of burnt.
I was just thinking that.
Why? Did it smell weed on it?
As soon as he said it had to smell, I'm like, oh, it smell hot. Y'all heard they said BBL stink?
Yes, bro. You know, so I do have to get from in front of the closet because I do have to go, but yo, come on, like listen how they're laughing at women and talking about when I told y'all what they do in private. They're showing you what they do in private. None of them even look straight. I didn't even go to their page. I just got tagged and I wanted to do a little quick reaction video before I get up out of this house. I don't even think they're straight. But I'm pretty sure if I get in the pages, they're not straight. It was nothing even straight. Look at them. Prototypes. DL prototypes. And let me go eat because I feel like I haven't eaten. I'm all jittery and loud today. Let me go eat and calm my nerves. But yo, that's it. I'll see y'all later tonight.
Alright. They think we gay. Oh, for real, they think we gay.
So just a little quick run through before that full video. We're not saying that you're gay, but I want you to explain this. Because, sir, nothing is straight about this. Any women that see this right now, listen, this is the type of stuff that you have to look for. This is not straight behavior. Why is he on the back of this jet ski? He clearly had his arms wrapped around him at some point, right? Clocked it. So then, boom, here comes another one. Okay, we gotta keep going with him a little bit. And again, this is just a preliminary check. This is not the full video. Thing is, this is the kind of stuff you want to pay attention to. See how close they are, see how he's leaning, and them knees are touching. Pay attention for this. Like, do this look like a couple? Yes, it does. And look, the light skin ones always love a chocolate one. You see who the common denominator is, right? Even this. You mean to tell me there's 2 women and 2 men, and the 2 men decided to stand beside each other? It's obvious. So again, to just bring it home, this is just a preliminary check. They said, we're not gay. We're going to see by the end of my full video if they're going to stand on that. We're going to see if they're going to have explanations because, and don't be in my comment, they're comfortable in their sexuality. Wendy, this is not comfortability. This is, I want to see all of the pictures from the jet ski. I want to see if he had his hands around him at some point. Because this is the main one. They said we're gay. We're not gay. None of us are gay. Debatable.
I didn't plan on addressing this video, but at this point, I absolutely have to. I didn't build my platform on trying to slander anybody's name or scrutinizing.
I heard y'all talk about me on the back of the jet ski, and I'm gonna clear this up. On that trip, we already rode jet skis earlier on in the trip. But my friends wanted to get back on the water. I didn't too much care about getting back on the water, but I wasn't gonna sit at the hotel by myself. So no, I didn't get a jet ski the second time we ever went out there. I rode with my homeboy, okay? That's why I was on the back of his jet ski, okay? Y'all gotta make everything so weird, bro, okay? It's my boy. He was just on the jet ski, man. He was on the back of German's jet ski, man. Don't pray.
So they done all of that, and like I knew, hugging that man around the waist, and he still made a video addressing it. Like, literally, there was nothing that could be said. And then he not off the hook either.
I just knew today I was gonna have a baddie on the back of my jet ski.
If you pay attention, Isaiah was replaced by GQ Berry. And I know you're like, how do you know this? Well, let Isaiah tell you why the sisterhood was broken.
And I don't feel the sisterhood right now.
My worst trait is that I don't learn from my mistakes. Like, we all know the light-skinned curly head.
Oh my, y'all.
Will ruin your life, right? Because we've all experienced them once, twice, maybe 3 times or 4 times, right? So once you go through a negative experience, you're supposed to do what? Learn from said experience and not repeat that same action, you know what I'm saying? But you give me a light-skinned curly head on the plate, I'ma eat it, you know what I'm saying? Not like physically, but like I'm just trying to say, like, if that's handed to me, if that opportunity is afforded to me, I'ma do it. Same for them toxic, dangerous Latinas, like, I done been through it, like, shambles, life-threatening experience, right? But I get another opportunity, I'm gonna do it because why? I'm a dumbass that don't learn from my mistakes, bro, and it's so horrible because all I'm doing is adding more stress to my days and adding more hardship to my heart. Like, what, like, why don't, and then, like, they might say, why you single? Because I don't learn from.
The life you're living now is exactly God paying you back for all the bullshit you've done. So live in your mother truth because God is paying your ass back.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. My God. First of all, we've been together for such a long time. I love you. To my new Arista family. Better chill, you and a little.
But then it don't stop there, y'all. It don't stop there. I wish it stopped there, but it didn't stop there.
Okay, so I just left the gym, but listen, my people work hard. And when I get up, I promise you my people gonna be taken care of because boom, we finally got what we've been needing. Stay the fuck tuned, we finally got a video.
Hold on. Oh, damn, I just spilled my water. Hold on. Wait a minute. Are y'all ready for the finale? Are you ready for the finale? Give the video a thumbs up if you're ready for the finale. Give the video a thumbs up if you are ready for the finale.
Alright, they think we gay. Oh, for real, they think we gay. You gay 'cause you got.
So just a little quick run through before that full video. We're not saying that you're gay, but I want you to explain this. Because sir, nothing is straight about this. Any women that see this right now, listen, this is the type of stuff that you have to look for. This is not straight behavior. Why is he on the back of this jet ski? He clearly had his arms wrapped around him at some point, right? Clock it. So then boom, here come the other one. Okay, we gotta keep going with him a little bit. And again, this is just a preliminary check. This is not the full video. See this is the kind of stuff you want to pay attention to. See how close they are, see how he's leaning and the knees are touching. Pay attention for this. Like, do this look like a couple? Yes, it does. And look, the light skin ones always love a chocolate one. You see who the common denominator is, right? Even this. You mean to tell me?
Okay. Hold on. I thought it was that one. Wait a minute. Oh, here it is.
Okay, so I just left the gym, but
hold on, wait. Do I not have the right video up in there? Wait a minute. Oh, here it is. Y'all ready?
Oh, I thought y'all would. I knew it. Look at him hugging his man tight, and they wrote, this is what I do want to say. All DL men are not going to be this easy to detect. Oh, I thought y'all would. I knew it. Look at him hugging his man tight, and they wrote, oh, I thought y'all would. I knew it. Look at him hugging his man tight, and they wrote, this is what I do want to say. All DL men are not going to be this easy.
But you know what? Like, y'all, I've never seen two men on a jet ski though, for real. I really haven't. It's not a common thing that you really see. It's not common. Like I've always seen like men and women more.
To me, these were easy ones. I didn't even think they were DL. I feel like they're only DL on social media because they don't.
And the reason why it's weird is because they're always touching each other in really subtle ways. Like they're always like touching each other in a very, very, very subtle way. Like when their knees were touching, they're always touching each other. Like they have a consistent pattern of uploading content of them touching one another. I don't even see like girls really doing that type of stuff for real. Not even in friendship. Like we may hold hands. I don't know. I don't think we be touching each other like that when we be around each other. Unless we done had a few, cocktails, I could see that. But just hanging out, constantly touching each other, we don't be doing that.
The world to have this perception of them because they're Kappas, whatever.
And then they're Kappas. I don't know what that means, but I guess that was important.
You have to pass it straight. None of them are passable.
Dang. So I don't know, y'all. It was, to me, the reason why it's believable is because, like, I just think about myself. Like, I don't be out touching women like that. Like, constantly touching women. And then he uploaded this.
It's the fact that they're reporting my page. No, I'm telling you, they're going to wake up a beast for real now.
Like, even here, like, even this, right? I probably wouldn't question the one in the right corner. I wouldn't question that. But then when it's like he touching the knee, touching them on the jet skis, still touching them here in this photo, it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. And then let's not forget what was said earlier in this live. Hold on. Let me pull it back up. Because
the baby hairs.
He called it from here. We didn't even see all of this other stuff. He called it when he saw this.
It's not natural. It's not real. It's just
Don't cancel me, but I don't like the dark outline on your lips. I don't know why y'all keep taking this colored pencil to your face. For me personally, I don't like it.
Why do brown on your lips? Don't cancel me. But spaghetti is not a side dish to catfish.
I just didn't grow up like that.
I'm telling you, I don't understand that.
A lot of people. It's a black thing. It's a black thing, but that's all. I'm not that bad. Why do weed smell like that? It always smell kind of burnt.
I was just thinking that.
Why do they get that? Do they smell weed deodorant?
I don't know, y'all. That it's very strange. It's very strange. Y'all let me know what y'all think down below. Because I feel like it all kind of ties into one. Who do you think the clown is? Do you think it's Tracee or do you think it's Shannon? What else? Oh, the lady with the green dress. The lady with the green dress. Do you think Black church teaches women to know themselves while also knowing God? Like, while also still being in the religion, that they teach them to know themselves first as well. Because I feel like that's important. Because if you don't know yourself first, then anyone can come in and manipulate you and tell you who you are. So do you think Black culture, the culture when it comes to church, do you think it really teaches that? And then what else did I talk about? I talked about so much stuff in here. Just let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know what else I should react to. And thank you for tuning in this afternoon with me. And I hope to see you in my next one. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all's day.